Assembly in Kenya dates back to the colonial era, when the Legislative Council was constituted through the issuance of East African Council in Order in 1906. The LegCo held its first sitting on 16th August 1907 at a building along the White House Road, today's Haile Selassie Avenue, following its gazettement on 7th August 1907. It was through the same gazette that the members of the council would be referred to as the Honorables. The main purpose of setting up the Legislative Council was to safeguard the interest of the white settlers and formulate laws of local application. Later, the LegCo served as a legislature for East Africa Protectorate. The all-white LegCo was composed of the governor as the chair, who nominated 7 other members. The LegCo Council was anchored on the Westminster parliamentary model, the structure of the legislature building, the decorum, the etiquette, dress code of the Speaker and that of the members, and the procedure of the House replicated those of the House of Commons. The clerk was appointed by the governor, while the rest of the staff were civil servants. It was not until October 1944 that Mr. Eliud Mathu was nominated as the first African representative to the LegCo, where he served continuously until 1957. Later, Mathu was joined by Benaya Apollo Ohanga in 1946, Fanuel Odede in 1947, and Jeremiah Nyagan J.J. Chamalan in 1948. In 1957, the first election of African representatives under the Light-Etol Constitution to the LegCo was held, and the number of Africans were increased from 6 to 8 elected Africans, who joined the LegCo representing 8 electoral areas. They included Honorable Bernard Mate for Central Province, Honorable Ronald Ngala for Coast Province, Honorable Tom Mboya for Nairobi, Honorable Oginga Odinga for Nyanza Central, Honorable Masinde Muliro, Nyanza North, Honorable Lawrence Oguda, Nyanza South, Honorable Daniel Arap Moi for Rift Valley, and James Muimi, Southern or Ukambani. The Lennox Boyd Constitution made further changes to the composition of the LegCo by the incorporating an increased number of Africans, among others. Major constitutional changes began, with the first in 1960, the second in 1962, Lancaster Conferences, and final constitution review in February 1963, where an agreement for the independence of Kenya was reached. This agreement was effected in June 01, 1963, Madaraka Day. A general election was held in 1961 to implement the first Lancaster House Agreement. At independence, Kenya adopted a bicameral legislature with 117 members of House of Representatives and 41 senators elected by common adult suffrage. The National Assembly held its first sitting on 11th June 1963. In 1966, the Constitution of Kenya Amendment Act No. 19 of 1966 abolished the Senate, and its membership was combined with that of the House of Representatives to form a unicameral legislature, the National Assembly. It comprised 158 constituency elected members, 12 special elected members, and 2 ex-official members, namely the Speaker and the Attorney General. The voting age was also reduced from 21 to 18. On 6th January 1970, Honorable Frederick Mbiti G. Marty became the first African Speaker of the National Assembly, and Honorable Grace Onyango became the first women-elected member into the House. 4 years later, in 1974, 3 women were elected to Parliament. These were Honorable Grace Onyango, who was now serving her second term, the Honorable Dr. Julia Auma Ojiambo, representing Busia Central, and the Honorable Philomena Chelagat Mutai, representing the Eldoret North. The ensuing election under the one-party system were inordinated exclusive. Kenya transitioned from single-party to multi-party politics following the repealing of Section 2A of the Constitution in 1992. Later in 1997, parliamentary seats were increased from 188 to 210 members, giving Kenyans more representation in parliament and national politics. 9 general elections were held between 1967 and 2013. After Frederick Marty, subsequent speakers of the House included Moses Arap Kano, Jonathan Ngeno, Francis Ole Kaparo, Kenneth Marende, Justin Muturi, the Right Honorable Dr. Moses Masika Wetangula, the current Speaker, was voted in office on September 8, 2022.
I, Moses Francis